What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Lou Bar's Garage. I know what you're thinking. It's been a long time since I've made a video. So as you can see, our garage is a little bit different. It's a lot bigger. We're going to be able to do a lot more because there's a lot more space. We got a higher ceiling. There's a lot more that we're going to be able to do. So today's video, guys, it's been something that I've been really looking forward to for quite some time now. I finally was able to get around to getting this Borla exhaust here for the Honda Civic. And the reason why I went with Borla is because if you guys remember my old Mazda 3, I had a Borla exhaust on it and I just loved the way that it sounded. It wasn't overly obnoxious. It gave it just a little bit of rumble. If you haven't subscribed quite yet, please do so. It definitely helps this channel continue to grow and do fun things like this Borla exhaust install that we're about to do here today, guys. So go ahead and like this video, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in. We went ahead and put the car up on jack stands, so that's ready to go. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and unbox this Borla S-Type exhaust and get eyes on it for the first time. Comes with a free hat, so that's cool. So throw that on there. And then looks like we have our clamps and our instructions here as well. Put those to the side. All right. So here is the Y pipe for the back. And this is going to be, looks like it's the mid pipe there. A few more things here. Looks like the flange for the back here for the left side. This come labeled left. And the right side. And here is a main piece right here. Whew. Feels nice and good right there with the Borla S-Type insignia. There you go. Let's go ahead and get under the car and start taking the OEM exhaust apart. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and remove these 14mm bolts. This is the driver's side rear end of the car, and I'll just go ahead and turn it around for you. That's the passenger side, and then down there is the rest of the exhaust. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on getting these off really quick. Next is we're gonna work on getting these off of the hangers. And just gonna say, guys, you definitely wanna get one of these exhaust hanger removal tools. They definitely come in handy for sure. I got it off of Amazon. I can go ahead and put it in the description for you, and it works like a charm. Instead of putting a pry bar down there, it does a lot of the heavy lifting for you, which is great. Awesome. We got one side done. All right, guys, so we successfully removed the OEM exhaust, and as you can see, this thing's pretty dang long. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I had to take the skid plate off of there in order to swing the flange out of the way. So it kind of took a little bit. These middle hangers here, I wasn't able to use my tool for them, but I just basically just used a pry bar and got those things out of there. And the other thing too is you want to keep the regular flange, the OEM flange, from the OEM exhaust because you're going to use it on the new one. What we're going to do is we're going to remove the old gasket from the original flange, and we're just going to go ahead and put it onto the new one here. Make sure it's nice and tight on there. And as you can see, these ends here are rounded. This is nice and flat. And look at the difference there. Oh yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and install this side first and go from there. All right, y'all, it is the next day. We just had Thanksgiving last night. It was awesome. Family came over, had some delicious meals. It was great. Hope you guys had an awesome Thanksgiving as well. Now, it is time to get back to work on finishing up installing this exhaust from Borla. I ended up going ahead and kind of doing it off camera just because my camera ended up dying. So I will literally just show you kind of what I ended up doing and what I had to do in order to get this exhaust actually fitted onto the car. And after we button everything up, we'll go ahead and give it a cold start and see what it sounds like. I'm really excited because of the way that this vehicle is designed. It already kind of has these like inserts and cuts. So as you can see, there's one of the end tips of the exhaust for the new one, and here's the other. That was kind of what we had to do here, but let me get underneath the car and kind of show you exactly what it looks like under there so you can get a better visual. All right, so we are underneath the vehicle here, and as I stated, here is the skid plate that comes on the car. So what was happening is that the exhaust was getting hung up. So as you can kind of see there, sorry for the bright light there. There we go. Maybe that helps a little bit. But as you can see, that's where the muffler, or that's where the exhaust is screwed on to with 3 bolts. So 1, 2 at the bottom there, and then a third one is going to be right there. So essentially, because of the length of this thing, I had to drop this part of the skid plate down. So there was a few screws here. There's one there, one over there, and then one on the inside of the wheel well. And that was able to give me enough room to, when this dropped, I was able to just slide it over onto the right hand side and pull it off. But anyway, so here is the exhaust. So you have one hanger there. There's one right there. Okay, so there is the S-type Borla exhaust fitted on. This was another mounting point there, so it came with a clamp, and you had to put the long tube all the way over, and you essentially just, you don't tighten down the clamps, you just fit everything in together, make sure everything fits correctly, and then once you're kind of towards the back where the Y pipe is, right back there, it's a good idea to have maybe a jack stand to put the other end of the pipe, because it is so long when you're actually trying to fit it in here, because it's a small, it's like an exact hole for it. So you just kind of have to make sure, or else you're going to be holding this long pipe and it's just going to get awkward and you're going to get frustrated. So that's one thing that I would recommend, is just putting a jack stand towards the end down there to hold the other end of the pipe while you fit it on here. So let's continue to go towards the back here. We are in the back of the vehicle. So that's the front there, as you can see, the pipe, and then the Y pipe gets connected here. And there's another clamp right here, another clamp there, and then another clamp right over there. So this Y pipe, the way that you want to install it is, you got the hangers here, one, and then you got the other one there too. So you want to hang this first, and then, or actually you want to fit it into the pipe there, and then once it is fitted, then you can hang it on the hangers, and then your Y pipe will be nice and sturdy. The biggest pain in the butt, guys, I'm just going to be honest with you, is because of the way this car is designed. As you can see, let me see, where's it at? Okay, so this is the exit, right? So this is fitted to your bumper. I wasn't able to get this pipe in here, so I ended up having to remove the rear bumper just so I can have more room to be able to move this out of the way, install this one and the other side over there, and as you can see there, the hangers. So what I ended up doing is I ended up installing the hangers first, and then from there I inserted it into the Y pipe, and then after I did both sides, I ended up putting the bumper back onto the vehicle and securing it back in place. So after all was said and done, guys, I went ahead and Torque these down to about 30. On the instructions it says 32 to 35 foot-pounds, so I did about 33. Let us go ahead and do a cold start and see what this thing is going to sound like. I'm really excited to hear what it's going to sound like. Let's do it. Definitely a lot louder than I thought it was going to be, and definitely gives you a lot more, definitely throws off a lot of burble, as you can hear it. I thought it was going to be a lot more subtle, but it's actually pretty loud for what I thought it was going to be. Let's close the windows and see what it sounds like in the cabin. Yeah, you can definitely hear it in the cabin, that's for sure. That's loud. That's a lot louder than I thought it was gonna sound, but that's okay. I'll have to get used to the sound, but so far I like that lower burble. It sounds pretty cool. It from what I remember my Mazda sounding like, this sounds a lot more burbly than my Mazda did. My Mazda kind of almost sounded like a stock Infiniti like G35. You know how that just has that like nice like lower rumble, but this definitely gives it a lot more presence, which is kind of what I was wanting in the first place. So I think after all being said and done, I think we kind of accomplished what we set out to do. So that's great. I'm glad that it's on there. It took me a couple days, and that's just because of Thanksgiving and everything, and obviously the first time I've ever done anything exhaust wise to this car, so the more that you do things to your car, the more that you get familiar with it over time. But all that to say is, yeah, I like the sound of it, and I think as time goes by I'll enjoy it more and more and more, because I definitely do love the sound of a Borla over like a MagnaFlow or just anything else that's out there. Yeah, and I ended up getting it for, if you buy it from the website, it's like $1,500, which that's kind of why it took me a little bit of time to actually pull the trigger. But after a while I ended up finding it for sale. I think I ended up paying like $13.30 or something like that. But it's the whole thing from the front to the back. So my Borla on my Mazda, it was just the axle back, so that was like $500-600, so wasn't too expensive. But anyway, all that to say, guys, is we did it. We successfully installed this Borla exhaust, and it's gonna sound really good. And now when we're hitting the streets, people are gonna know that we're coming through. All that to say is, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry that it took me kind of a while to post something, and there's reason. I will give an update on the next video. Obviously you saw the garage, it's a little bit different, so there's a little bit of there's some changes in my life, and I'm gonna address those on the next video. But anyway, thanks guys for watching. I hope that this was entertaining for you. I hope this was educational for you as well. And again, if you haven't subscribed, guys, please do so. It helps this channel grow. And now I'm in a position in my life, in a place in my life where I can start creating more videos. So if there's anything out there that you guys want to see, maybe to the Honda, or maybe even to my Forester or anything like that, or just anything else, guys. I'm totally open to hearing from you guys and delivering what you guys want to see and hear. So thanks again, guys, for watching. We'll see you then, or we'll see you another time.